What is up, legends? We are back in Sunday patch notes because it's Monday in China. I'm here for it. I wasn't doing anything anyway. Why is this not loading? What's wrong with this? Dang, it's like that. Too many people on the website, yo. Anyway, so I don't even care about the Dear Hype. We already know what that is. They talk about we got a patch. So new Animus debut. This update introduces 2 new Animus to the permanent summon pool. Nice. Our quirky, mischievous apprentice in the union. Is this the girl? Sometimes spoiled and willful, she yearns a friend. You know what? When the minute I've seen this character, I was like, Kraken and Marvell are done for. There's no way that all of them could be out there at the same time. Like, they are just done for. The minute I've seen this character, so yeah. SR tier Animus Grimpist, Mizuki Makoto Odd joins. Okay. Solitary martial artist. She lives by orders as her guiding principle. Strength is her only trusted safeguard, concealing the unease within her heart. That's a lot of backstory right there. Mizuki Makoto is a defensive supporter. Animus wielding the spell as her spear and counterattacks with her shield. Oh, wait a minute. I already got an idea immediately off the bat. Riley, that, you know what's funny? I said there was no SR version of Tia in Hellkid. Now there is. That's funny. Dev team, you funny. Rally Union members to become the strongest in United Front. Once the Union reaches level 6, United Front will be unlocked. Starting approximately 2 weeks after Etheria restarts official launch. That would be level 6 like in 4 days, like 3 days maybe. Dang. With 1 event per week thereafter, match unions will compete in launching simulated attacks against each other's defenses to earn cooperative battle points. Oh, I'm gonna be toxic, y'all. Make it good. The union with the highest points will claim victory. Wins and losses affect the union rank. In the higher rank events, unlocks advanced badges and union banners. Okay. Assemble shell story. Assemble shells to explore the shell paradise to collect wish beads. Are we gonna be use the energy progress through shell rally, gather the wise wish beads to paradise to make a wish and claim the shell paradise prize? I was hoping that you would use your shells to like attack or something, kind of like Pokemon. That would be cool. Prismatic wish machine. Missed opportunity, dev team. If not, well, it could still be that, but I don't think it is. Prismatic wish machine. Draw exclusive Chakra Ring outfits at the Prismatic wish machine. That's cool. Use prismatic chips. Draw Chakra Ring outfits with hidden grand prizes awaiting you. Up pool event change. Limited up pool exclusive event pages are now open during the featured Animus's limited uptime. Dedicated event will appear under the event page will appear under the event where players can purchase exclusive bundles and corresponding Animus limited time skins will be available. Cool. Core gameplay expansion. Any sync echoes now include exclusive Ling Off story content. Unlock challenge groups 10 and 11. Ember Trek includes hard mode challenges in Ember Trek. I see you. Okay. New system features and key adjustments. Adjustments to SSR pool count 180. We knew that. Pool history can now be filtered. View pools. Current pools fixed issue where hyperlink summons were not refreshing real time. Okay. Added Hydra voucher as a purchasable item via website recharge, allowing players to buy sufficient vouchers once for continuous in-game bundle purchases. That's for the whales. Added a region protection period for Summit Arena. It was needed. It was kind of unfair that, you know, people who were like behind in the time variants were just getting left behind. So they kind of like have to do that. Matching players only within the same region for the first 15 days after official launch. Added ban protection mechanism for Summit Arena. Matches both players above diamond rank, enabling pre-ban of 1 Animus and ban protection for a 3rd Animus. That's cool. Added attribute bonus preview for Animus Ascension. That's actually cool to know. I actually didn't notice that wasn't in the game. Yeah, I didn't notice that. It's just the thing, like if you have perspective, but that's a cool change. Added early exit settlement rules for Infinity Train allow players to claim rewards based on the current stage upon. That was needed because you're just in there forever. What if you don't have time? Added language selection options for union creation. Okay. Added clearance time and team completion composition displays for anything hero and Ember Trek modes and leaderboard, just to let people know what works and what don't work. Added level displays for avatars and friends interface. Added sharing a function upon obtaining each SSR Animus. Added keyboard layout compatible with French keyboard layouts. I still don't know what a French keyboard is. Added support for cross-region friend addition and private messaging. Appearance and outfit adjustments. Added dynamic avatar frames and pre-registration avatar frames for a public test. Added avatars to select the Animus name card features. Added configuration, hidden styles of wardrobe, chakra rings. Added, oh, I see something bad. I see a bad title coming up. Added adjusted, no, I'm sorry. Optimize that combo balance just on the bottom of the screen already got me shook. Optimize the character model effects for Crimson Duchess Veronica. That outfit was chef's kiss, just saying. Adjusted the acquisition method of Blade of Verdict Messiah Pale Horizon skin. What made it easier? Probably what put it one tier down or one tier up. No, if it's probably one tier up because it seemed like it was easy to get that. Adjusted a model for protagonist cozy outfit. Adjust the visual design, wardrobe, card faces. Adjusted selected skins. All right, let's get scared. In the official launch, we adjust the skill mechanics and prowess coefficient of select Animus to balance their performance in PvP and PvE. We extend our gratitude to players and feedback. During the previous test, based on combat data, we suggested Tiamat getting nerfed into the ground. Following the official launch, we continue to monitor the data and cautious adjustments to ensure players. I bet her heal is gonna get nerfed because it got buffed and there was no reason for it to. But I was like, okay, game or dev team, that probably got nerfed. Combat related adjustments. Animus units ascended to 5 stars and 6 stars will gain additional 5 points to their base speed attribute. Improve. That's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting. You're still going to need to do Army of 5, but that's still kind of interesting. That's going to make some characters that you're going to want to put to 6 a little bit faster, but same rules are still going to apply. Still Army of 5. Improve combat stability, fixing the potential error reports and icon issues. Any specific adjustments. The following adjustments reflect the final changes. Max level 5. Grim penalty curls. Adjusted Doom's research. You actually buffed this? But he needs. All right, dev team. He's a boss killer, but that's like all he did. And you just buffed the thing that he was good at, which he didn't have any problem. I didn't hear of anybody really saying that, oh, he need to do more damage with his S3. I mean, cool. I ain't complaining, but he need a little bit more help than that, dev team, just saying. Crimson Duchess on Veronica deals 420% damage. Did that always do that much? With 80% chance to steal a target, and then from 50% chance to spread all her buffs to all allies calculated for addition. Oh, they just took that out. So she just do it. 50 to 100% chance to spread all her buffs. Calculated individually for each buff, but they just took that out. And additionally, so that means she just do it, no calculation now. Okay. Spirit Water Mia, her skill cooldown on her S2 is 1 turn, is actually faster now. That's cool. And heals allies. It got a buff. It just went up, so that's good. Zadia deals 220% damage to all enemies with a 60% chance to apply default. She got a damage buff. Ooh boy. Okay. Abyssal Tiamat. Reaching 8 stacks into his ultimate form, recovering 30. Oh, that got nerfed. Recovering 30% down to 10% now. of her maximum HP, immediately gaining an extra turn. Each stack of bloodbath increasing the healing received. All right. That's actually not that bad. The healing nerf is like a yikes. You know what this does? And it's funny. All you speed tiers, go to hell. That's what that does. Even more so, you were never supposed to be doing that to get go. And remember the swing that I was talking about, which is why I hated that whole build idea in the first place and thought it was dumb. She scales off of HP. So now, this is even more stringent for her scaling off of HP, why you should not be doing all that. Like, you should be protecting her. So I'm okay with this. This doesn't affect anything of what I'm doing, and it doesn't affect her final form too, as well. I was just gonna wait and see what they nerfed before I even talked about that, but we don't even have the server for me to even do what I was gonna do. So I'm just gonna have to do it on global, which is fine. But I'm okay with this because this just means that build her how you're supposed to build her, so she don't fall off at end game. Because the main reason she was falling off at end game, I'm gonna pause for a second. I want to remind everybody that meta is never really the best idea. It's only the idea that became popular first. Because I had a lot of people questioning and asking why I was saying certain things. And it's like, well, and a lot of things, what happened in Gacha, which is problematic, is that you will get sites that will have an idea and it's not the best idea. And then everybody will echo that idea. And then people think that a subjective truth, remember what I said last video, is the fact when it's not. It's just a popularized subjective truth. And then people are like, this is meta. I will never in my life allow subjective truth to be meta. I will fight it every goddamn, like, all the way. I will tell people go to hell so quick. And that's the subjective truth was actually using speed T. It may work, but it doesn't mean that it's the best idea to actually do it. Now it's extremely not the best idea to do, because she's going to have a swing where she's going to be really vulnerable. And now you don't even have the buffer on that vulnerability anymore. So she's going to get killed even easier now, which is one of the reasons why she falls off late game, because you're not actually using the stat that helps her in that swing. So hopefully this dev team literally did what I was struggling to do to get the community to understand why that's such a dumbass idea to do, but the dev team made it even more apparent now. Wily Revenant Rahu deals damage to a single enemy of, oh, they buffed that. Isn't that going up? Why is it in red? Why are the nerfs in green and the buffs in red? Didn't that be the other way around? Whose idea was that? It's confusing. With 60% chance to apply it. Okay, that's just a buff. The passive effect increases the defense. I could never get Rahu. Like in like all my runs, and just like the first one, I got Rahu. I leveled up to like 40 to 50, 15 times, y'all, and I got Rahu once. And all of those runs, like that, his character don't like me, dog. I'm not Rahu approved. So this goes from 30% up to 40 on this Rapper form. Like that's actually massive. I like it. I want him because he's cool for content too, because he don't never die and just do damage. He just be sitting there chilling. I want Rahu. I'm saying, come get in my squad, sir. Cantus Maris Linghao. That was what her name is. Before each heal, 65% chance. Oh, they buffed that? They really buffed that. All right. Yeah, Rosa got nerfed. Deal 3 instances of damage to a single enemy. Crit strike has a 50% chance to target. Turn meter 10% down to 8. I mean, that means you're gonna cycle turn 1 less, because you lose. Yeah, you lose 2%. So you do like 1 less. That's 1 less turn push. I mean, once you at end game and you got the max gear doing what it's supposed to do, this is not that. It's not gonna matter that much. But this actually screws her even more so early game. whereas he just shouldn't even be out there early game. Which again, we're gonna go back to. I know y'all probably tired of me doing the objective truths on y'all, because people like to if you guys look at my last video, I'll give you an example. I put objective truths out there. People said, yeah, objective truth, you're 100% right, but I like ice skating up the hill. I like the subjective truth better. When people do that, there's nothing you can do at that point. When you will tell somebody the 100% proper way that they can't fight it, but they're going to be like, but I like doing that. Don't even argue. The conversation's over. They're done talking. You're done talking to them. Just let them go, dog. You can't. Because I still see people not complaining, but arguing with people about like, do this the right way to do it. And people like, if something improper or bad becomes popular and people like it, they will not care what the truth is. You literally watch that happen in the United States election. Nobody cared what the truth was. They just liked the popular, we want to deport all the bad people, when that necessarily wasn't the truth. Yes, there is bad people. Yes, there is people here illegally, but not everybody is like that. I'm just using that as an example. But people liked that idea, so they didn't care about what the truth of the idea is, that you should just get rid of the bad people, not everybody. And this is the same type of thing. People didn't care that it was a bad idea and that Rose is only end game viable, not middle and beginning game viable. You're hurting yourself doing that, and everybody knows that. People found out about that, and people still, I don't care, I'm gonna have her at end game. Well, you got to get there, dog. Like, this is why I also said that not everybody should teach, because they can't teach. A bad teacher will tell you to go to the end before teaching you the beginning and the middle. That's what a bad teacher is. We'll always remember that. That is academic. That is objective. Like, when you see anybody telling you, end game, pick end game, before you actually learn the game, before you actually get a grasp of the game, before you can actually get comfortable in the middle of the game, and just pointing you towards the end, they're a bad teacher and they should be ignored. People may not like that and want to hear that, but that's the reality of the world. You don't teach somebody the end and then say, go win. That's like a rich person saying, well, go be rich. Like, but how do I go be rich? You want to teach me stock? You like, how am I going to save? Like, what did you do? No, go be rich. See how that don't work? That's the same in gaming. You just don't realize it. It's the same thing. Nocturne Prayer on Bornier at the start of battle increases the cap equal to 500% to 560 of his attack. Each attack damage equal to 30% of his HP. So he got buffed. Because let me tell you the problem with Bornier. At end game, his stats are the equivalent. Like, he don't scale. So he's cool in concept. He's one of the characters that actually is extremely great beginning and middle, and at end game he gets bad because he doesn't scale. He can't do it. He can't crit. He can't crit damage. Doesn't matter. He just gets his damage basically from attack, and that's actually a little bit limiting because it doesn't go any further than whatever the stats. He's still gonna have that problem. Dev team. In concept, he's a cool character, and this is all cool. Technically, this is a PvP buff, though. That's going to make him better in PvP, but PvE is going to still have the same problem, where other characters are just going to be able to kind of like get this astronomical number, like, you know, like Leanne and Messiah and Rosa, as we just mentioned before. They're going to be able to get them because they can actually get attack, crit damage. They get base attack, attack damage, crit, and crit damage on top of the skills and everything else. Meanwhile, he just has attack and attack damage. So he's still going to struggle with that, and the same thing is just basically going to happen. It's just you made his high number is a little bit higher now, but the same thing is going to happen. I'm telling the devs tech right now, because they may not know the reason why he was struggling and why people didn't necessarily like him at end game, but that's the reason why, is because he has a ceiling. And his ceiling is just a ceiling. You can't do anything about it hardly. When other characters can just blow past that ceiling. Hell, the Ting can lace him and that ceiling. So they might have nerfed the king, low key. Hope not. But Puppet Master Lilith, she got buff. Deals damage equal to 4% of her maximum HP. 100% of chance to apply speed down. So she got a buff. Cost. Each stack damage taken 5% reduces damage dealt. Lowers the speed 4%. They took that away. Doesn't that seem like a nerf? Why is it in red? Like this color coding is, ooh, man. So you took that away, but then you left the rest of the terminal. Now that's why this is throwing me off a little bit. Up to the maximum of 3 stat. So it just doesn't lower speed anymore at all. Hack in and reduces damage dealt by additional. Like, I guess it just doesn't lower speed anymore. So they put it on the AoE only. Is that what happened? So no more S1. And it's on S3 now. They just moved it. I guess. I guess. It might be because if you did interesting things, like give her extra attacks and stuff, like, you know, maybe put like assault, the purple assault gear where she get the attack a number of times, the same like you would put on Rosa, then she would basically be able to you just don't get a turn at all. So that might be the reason why they did that, because you wouldn't be able to spam the 3 as much as you'd be able to spam the 1. So that's kind of like, okay, that seems like a nerf more so than anything. Okay, so Freya, Dream Wisher, each time the enemy inflicted a debuff, there's a 70% chance to push back his turn. So what is the change? I would have to see the original because I don't remember anymore because I can't look at it right now. Okay, I'll come back to that one. Turn dot deals 4 instances of 70% damage to a single enemy, with the enemy having a 70% chance to push back the target's turn meter 30% down to 25. That seems like a debuff. I mean a nerf. Chiaki. Ooh. Illusion Reality Taki. Her 200% damage to a single enemy heals 2 allies, the lowest enemy. So they buffed that up. 12 to 15% of her HP. Cool. Puppet heals a single ally 40 to 50%. They buffed that. Heals all allies with the S3 up by 6%. So they buffed that too. Dinah. Oh wow, you nerfed Dinah. Why would you nerf Dinah? It's not that big a deal of a nerf because it kind of really doesn't affect that much of her. Like it seemed like they're just trying to nerf turn meter all the way through these patch notes. It might have been a runaway train. Oh, we about to get the Kraken. So that they're doing turn meter. Kraken about to get touched. But yeah, this doesn't really do anything to her her speed clears because you want the corrosion for the extra damage. The meter was nice because it would push back, but it doesn't do anything for the turret. Maybe it'll make it like maybe 4 or 5 seconds like slower, but not that much. Deals damage with a 75 to 65. Oh, that's it? Nah, that's not that bad. That's not that bad. You be quiet with my that's it. Sonya. Damn it. Sonya actually got nerfed. Was she that oppressive? With healing equal from 16% to 14% of her max HP. This feels like you just shouldn't even have bothered. Like you just had to do something. I don't get this. I'll just go beyond that. Damn, Marvell got a bunch of stuff. Deals damage. Yeah, more turn meter deal stuff. Now it seemed like across the board they just were after that. And the same thing with his it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Skill CD being pushed up is bad though. That's a nerf for an earlier game, Marvell. Actually, kind of like in general. That's annoying. That means he won't cycle as fast to do that. Yeah. This is kind of for every 10% HP loss increases damage by that's a lot because that's 6%. But remember that that's for every 10%. So if he's down to like 30%, that's 60% damage loss. No, if you're down to 30%, that is so that is 70. So that's 54%. I'm sorry, it's 54%. Bad math. It's 54% damage loss to what he was before. Is that enough to not pick him for some of it? Because he was in Terra and Doki clears, like high up. I don't remember Aura. I don't remember him being there in Aura. He might have been, but I don't remember that. But is that enough to make him not to not use him? And that it definitely seems like it's a big relative nerf to what he was doing in Terra. Because Terra, he just smacked Terra face. Link's Dorothy fixed the issue. Oh, it's not even getting anything. Damn, Researcher 41. Zox, you got 41 nerfed, dog. They said, no, sir, you got 41 nerfed. They was like, she is a blue unit and y'all not gonna use her like that. That's messed up. Shield specific adjustment. The following adjustments reflect the final effect of awakened shells. Oh, they actually were doing shells too? After the main body. Okay, so this got nerfed by 60%. That's cool. White Fang. Artisan's main body increased defense. The shield got nerfed from Artisan by 40%. Codex and Matic skills cannot have their CD reduced. Amber skills cannot have their CD. They just didn't even give you. They said you can't do it. Halloween fixed the issue incorrect trigger probability. Oh damn, it was just buffed. Twilight Night before the main body axe deals. Yeah, they nerfed Twilight Night too by 40%. Diamond Heart before the body axe increases damage by 2 turns. The shield down that by 60%. Okay, that's it for the nerfs. That wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. It's not gonna change anything of what I was doing. It's not gonna change how I was using Tia because I was using Tia the right way to begin with. That cost change though is interesting because one of the things that made her interesting is that she has the ability to lock down one person. So if you focus on the boss, you get to stop them as long as cost was free. So they just said, nope, we're gonna nerf that. System related optimization and adjustments. Animus interface, adjusted numerical display, shell interface interface, adjusted text display. Animus fixed the issue, rapid consecutive prowess. Instances related adjustments, Grim Pursuit threshold, investigation GP, adjusted display, adaptations on the base map for entrance, difficulty JP outpost. Arena related adjustments, Etheria Summit Fearless optimize. Is this actually just reading down? Could we just be done right now? This is shop opening rules based on cycle. Fix the issue operation. This seemed like tech stuff. Phantom theater adjustments, optimize team formation, preparation rules, and tech prompt. Fix the issue at normal leaderboard database. Okay, so this is just tech stuff. Ember Trek adjustment, optimize interaction, distance controls and stages. Yeah, more tech stuff. Champions call adjustment, adjusted layout, fix the issues. Yeah, more tech. Cyber shadows, seems like more tech. Infinity train. Going from being deployed, really? Cubic game, Ethernet rally, optimized map routes and crate drop mechanics. It was already optimized again. Y'all doing it again? Maybe they're shortening it because it's long as hell. It definitely is long. We'll have to see, because if this will be the third time that it got shortened. No, last time was the second time. Yeah, this is the third time that it got shortened. And that means that the ramp up is probably going to be quicker too, because that's what happened last time, that the ramp up was quicker. And by the time you get to the end, if you didn't have RGB built, you cooked, dog. It was like a culture shock. Like you won't even hardly get any time to like to adjust and be like, I'm gonna get through the game. People like, oh, you didn't build RGB? Like Scion told you by 40? Oh, okay, hold this L. You got 4 6-stars and everybody else is 4-star. Hold this L real quick. Now it's even more relevant now to get your army of 5, because now you get more stats for that. So keep that in mind. Other optimizations and adjustments. Main quest: fix the issue with quickly defeating or occasionally fail to display loot prompt. Okay, union adjustment. It's quickly perusing. I think we just got through most of the stuff. Equipment preset. Okay. Miscellaneous adjustments. This is a lot, and I'm sure people did a lot of time, but I don't want to prolong this any longer. Yeah, that appears to be it. Thank you for all the support. Wait, people was asking for controller. Did they get controller? I don't remember, but hopefully you guys did. Thank you for all your support and feedback. The official launch of the game will mark the beginning of a new chapter. Will continue to enhance the game's quality, listen to player suggestions, work together to create a deeper and more enjoyable hyperlink world. Some content is still being optimized. The final effects will be subject to the launch version. More exciting content await to exploration of the game. Restart is now open for pre-registration. South Korea, Japan, mainland China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Macau regions. We normally invite players from these regions to pre-register. Stay tuned. There is Restart official social medias, specific launch states and regions. Once again, thank you, Hyperlinkers, for your enthusiastic support and patience. We look forward to reuniting you in the world of Etheria. All right. So this whole balance was turn meter. That's all you really need to worry about. They were nerfing and want to get turn meter under control. So people are just flat not playing the game. Who like this get that under control. It's the same. They did that for PvE and PvP. That's all you really need to worry about. The characters themselves didn't really, besides Victor was harsh. I don't think everybody else really matters at the end of the day, except for like high-end situations. Marvell seemingly got nerfed early. And the same type of thing with Tia. Like if you don't build Tia bulky, you're gonna get her killed, basically, which is what the dev team is saying and what I've been saying the whole time. And the dev team basically agreed and said, y'all need to get good with this character and stop using her incorrectly. So that's kind of like what that change did, which is that's interesting that they kind of seen and said the same thing I did, basically. When again, objective truth stuff, I know people gonna come out subjectively. I'm gonna be speed because I saw somebody else do it, and that doesn't mean that it was right. Catch you guys next video. Peace. Thank you for watching the video all the way to the end. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I love everybody who stops by. You guys always make my day with your comments. It's always funny and whimsical and gives me a reason to keep going. So be legendary, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.